Hey guys, it's been about 6 or 8 weeks since I got my Langmuir Crossfire Pro, and I thought it'd be a good idea to take the time to make a quick initial impressions video, show a little bit of the setup and what I've been doing with the machine since I got it. I'm going to do some unboxing and show a little bit of the assembly process, which ended up taking me about a week. That's putting it together in my spare time when I wasn't working or hanging out with family. So as you might already know, Langmuir doesn't ship everything to you all at once. They have different elements of the machine ready to go at different times, and they just ship them as they're available. So I think the first two boxes that I got were these two, which were the limit switches and the torch height control. The next box that I got had a lot of miscellaneous. It had all of the hardware, all of the electronics, basically everything that wasn't the main frame or the gussets or anything like that was in this box. Then the big flat box that I got, this one had the water table in it and also the gussets. And then finally this one showed up last. It was the heaviest one. It had the legs, the X and Y rails, water table slats, struts, things like that. So I tore right into it. Like I said, that big long box, that was the heaviest one. I got into that right away. I was really surprised when I got into it just how much they managed to stuff in this box, actually. Here I am assembling the legs. I got these red casters. These aren't part of what you get from Langmuir, but I highly recommend them. Once the water table is completely filled, there's really no moving the table unless you have some good casters, and these weren't expensive at all, so they were a no-brainer. Here I'm just getting the hardware laid out. Everything is in its own numbered package, and for the most part I felt like that system worked pretty well. It's basically like Legos. And then it was time to start getting everything put together. This was actually not too terrible to do all by yourself. One person can do this. It would be easier, I think, for two people, but it wasn't, it wasn't a nightmare to put this thing together just solo. When you're putting this together, you have to be careful about how tight you make everything. The instructions kind of point out when you have to have something just finger tight and when you really have to ratchet down on it. Like in this case, you wanted to keep the frame somewhat loose because you have to square this up later on. Here I'm just testing out the Y-axis carriages and bearings, making sure the gantry is moving smoothly. And as you can see here, I've got the water table installed. This is one of the things, Langmuir actually gets a lot of criticism for the water table. It's in two parts. You have to lay a bead of silicone between the two and you have to bolt the whole thing together. And a lot of people have had to deal with some leaks. I thought for sure I was going to get some leaks, but I actually never did. So I've been very happy with the water table so far. The only thing that does kind of bug me about the water table is you can see the drains, those two brass pieces there. They're elevated above the bottom of the water table, so you can't drain the water completely with those in. So that is a little annoying. And here we've got all of the slats installed. Just about everything, not the electronics. The electronics aren't installed there yet, but the gantry is all set up, the carriages, X and Y rails, everything's good to go there. I did not record the process of installing the electronics enclosure or the torch height control. Both of those are very simple. The electronics enclosure is just a box that goes there on the left-hand side. And the torch height control is really just pushing a chip into place. So it's very simple stuff. Other than that, that's the completed machine. So I'm going to put some water in the table. I'm going to hook up the electronics, and then we're going to do some cutting. This is what the electronics enclosure looks like on the left side of the machine. Definitely wanted to show some footage of the machine actually working, so here I am cutting out a Houston Astros sign. I've been running this machine for 6 or 8 weeks now. I bought it with the purpose of having a little bit of a side gig doing some custom plasma cutting, and so far it's been busier than I expected. Started off kind of slow, but I got a lot of really good feedback from people on Facebook, friends and family. Actually, my wife was the one who said, you really should be cutting out some Astros stuff. And once I did that, that was really when a lot of people started reaching out and saying, hey, can you cut this out for me? And so, yeah, business has been good. So in case you couldn't tell, I highly recommend this machine for anyone who's looking to get into an entry-level plasma table. But anyway, guys, if you like this video, if you want to see more like it, I'm going to be making more videos about sign making and about the Langmuir Crossfire Pro, and also my plasma cutter that I've got with this, which is the Prime Weld Cut 60. But yeah, definitely like and subscribe. Thanks a lot, guys.